fellow countrymen. What's up, guys? It's your boys, Beard God Bros. Gods don't bleed. If it bleeds, it can be killed.
God don't contract COVID.
That's a pretty interesting intro, dude.
No, it's not really on theme.
I haven't done an intro in a while, so this is what you're gonna get.
Why don't you sit the next couple plays out there, Big Chief?
Alright.
Alright. Phil, what do we got today?
I feel like we're bullying. We asked them to start it.
They just jealous of my colorful commentary.
You did good. You did good.
And the way I speak with my fake tooth up front.
You did good, kid.
That's what you know. Kid. That's what you know.
Alright, anyway, guys, Dear God Bros back with a very interesting drink for you guys. A little bit. It's still beer. It is still beer. This time we have, let's see, Monty'S Aged Rye Ale from Old Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, I love ya. Tomorrow.
I'm close for this one.
Get a little spinneroonie there to show the can.
It's on our Instagram page too.
It's in the snow. You gotta look for it.
Oakwood infused with 100% Canadian rye whiskey. Isn't it just 100% whiskey? Just like rubbing alcohol? It's not 100% alcohol level, I guess.
No.
That's why I'm messing things up. Okay, cool.
He went to public school.
It was quick maths, okay? I was just doing it off the top of my head.
Yeah, full disclosure, I haven't read anything about this beer, so this is like I'm holding it for the first time.
Yeah, and to be honest, I don't know how they come up with these type of things. So Oakwood infused. Like, why Oakwood? Why not palm tree infused? Why Oakwood? What does it do? Like, what's the difference between oak and...
I don't think there's palm trees in Canada.
Yeah.
What's another tree?
Birch.
Birch. Why not birchwood infused? What's the difference? Is oak cheaper?
Yeah, I don't know.
Does it have
I
different
think
flavor?
oak is more classy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, look at Professor Oak.
Yeah, where you make a desk out of it.
There's a Professor Birch as well.
Damn it.
The later generation. But yeah,
when you make a desk out of it, it's more classy. But when you make a beer, like, you just waste an oak.
So yeah, it's 100% Canadian rye whiskey infused. So this gives it like rich flavored layers like an onion. Hints of silky caramel, vanilla, and honey.
Does onion actually right there?
No.
Oh, layers like onion.
No, it's layers like an onion.
It would be horrible marketing on their part.
That's a Shrek reference.
Yeah, Shrek reference
okay.
there.
Oh, they make you cry? No. Oh, you leave them out in the sun, they get all brown, start sprouting little white hairs.
No! Layers! Onions have layers. Ogres have layers.
Adds subtle sweetness. So it's smooth and deserving of only living on your top shelf. And we are going to be the judge of that because we do have a top shelf of beers that we rate really highly. Yeah. And I'm excited to see if this one lives up.
Most definitely.
This is cool.
Yeah. I myself am a rye whiskey lover, so this seems like it should be at my alley.
What I like about the can is it tells you what it pairs with. Savor and sip or pair with roasted meat, smoked fish, charcuterie, and creamy cheese.
So we got cookies.
Basically.
I baked chocolate chip cookies today.
We didn't play by the rules. We're outliers.
So another thing that it says here on the can. Mellow and smooth with a soft, clean finish. 6.2% alcohol for a nice whiskey smokiness. Some sediment may occur from oak wood aging. This is natural and adds character to this aged beer.
This sounds like this is a fucking experience.
Yeah.
Like, this sounds like it's gonna be sick.
Or like a cop out. Yo, you might get some
Also,
like.
is this a face?
You might get some
It's
wood
a
in your
face.
mouth.
It's a face. It took a second for me to realize that.
That's a face. Yeah. Anyways, how would you guys rate the can design?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Like, I like cans that have an optical illusion. Like that face in there, you don't see it at first glance. It just kind of looks like some oak design, but it stands out after when you notice, and it's one of those things you can never unsee. In terms of can design, I'll say it slaps because it fits the theme of the can.
Okay.
That's the reason.
You sound unsure. What do you think?
It's intermediate for me. It doesn't move me. But I mean, we had good beers like the previous one, where the can design was super simple, but the beer itself slapped. So
Yeah.
it's not an indicator of anything as far as taste goes. But to me, the design is okay. It's nothing going on. Nothing that moves me. What do you think?
I think the design is like pretty basic design. But I'm gonna rate it intermediate. And I'm gonna rate it intermediate because it tells a cool story. You know, it's drawing me in. It's getting me excited for the beer.
It's
And
definitely hyping it up.
not a lot of cans do that. You know, this is like really getting me excited for the taste of the beer, not just like a cool can. I'm excited to drink it. You know.
Exactly.
So,
It's
Now.
strong beer too.
Before we start, I must give a shout out to Mr. Beast. I received my signed Mr. Beast shirt in the mail recently.
we thought it was gonna be money.
Yeah, because he stuffed a bunch of bills in these shirts. I was like, who knows, maybe. But you know what? I like the shirt nonetheless. Mr. Beast, thanks a lot.
One more
Big
shout
shout-outs
out.
for you.
I want to thank Mr. Michael Jordan for blessing me with this shirt and
And the gift of basketball.
Yeah.
One final shout out. I want to thank my buddy from Nova Scotia, Logan Jameson. I'm still rocking the Loresk shirt with my cat on it.
That's your cat? Which one?
That's Roxanne. It's kind of faded. It's like a 4-year-old shirt.
Yeah,
But
just squeeze really
I'm
hard
still
into
rocking
it.
it, Logan. Alright, let's pop it up.
Let's get into these guys.
Ooh, I got a good pour. I kind of redeemed myself. From
You
the
smell
last
this
couple
though?
times.
It smells like right off the rip. That's a nice one.
Yeah. Pretty proud of that.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, I'm
Product
I'm
placement
getting whiskey
here.
notes there.
Yeah. It smells right off the rip as soon as we open it.
Yeah. Very whiskey.
Makes me want a whiskey. I really like whiskey.
It's making me want like a whiskey Coke or something.
Yeah.
Wait a sec.
Do you guys see sediment occurring anywhere?
I think we gotta let it rest a little bit. It's kind of cloudy. I think that's gonna subside though.
It looks like a snowstorm in there,
It's kind of cool.
which kind of fits the
You m-
theme outside.
You ever see that like Heineken commercial where they're all like playing the drums and creating
That's
bubbles?
a Sapporo.
A Sapporo,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
That's what it looks like in here.
It does.
Yeah.
Alrighty,
Did
guys.
you guys pour the whole thing? I still got.
No, that's
It's smaller glass.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay.
Mmm.
Tastes like whiskey.
Wow.
It tastes like someone poured a shot of whiskey in my beer.
Yeah.
It has the beer flavor, not the beer taste.
Yeah.
I feel like.
That's
I feel
a
like
very
That's a really
nuanced-
weird way of saying it.
That's
but
a very
I,
new. Yeah.
I somehow understand you
the
completely.
beer texture, the feel of a beer going into my mouth, but not the taste of a beer.
Yeah. I feel like I'm gonna need a few more sips to get like a fuller opinion, but
Yeah.
this so far is really cool.
It's like one of those albums where you have to listen
Yeah.
a few times
Yeah.
in a dark room.
Listen to the tracks backward, you know.
You can't eyes closed to fully appreciate the great.
Can't listen to it with your friends. You gotta.
No distractions. Dark room, eyes closed.
Okay, so let me break it down for you. This beer has like 3 steps. First, when you drink it, it's beer.
Mm-hmm.
When it's on your tongue, it's whiskey, and then when it's aftertaste, it's smoky.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like an experience. It's like a triple decker sandwich. I don't know. It's like a Krabby Patty.
Yeah. And for like 6.2%,
Smooth.
it doesn't. It's relatively smooth.
I'm not sure how I'd feel after like a couple of these. I'm pretty sure that 6.2 would catch me off guard.
Yeah. And I think because it tastes like whiskey,
Yeah.
it's like that mental thing, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but still, man, like for a beer that tastes like there's a shot of whiskey in it, it's still pretty smooth. I like the way it looks.
Their little story or explanation
Yeah.
on how this is really hit the mark and explained everything that you need to know going into it. I'd highly recommend reading beer cans before you drink them because they kind of let you know what you're going to get into.
Yeah, no doubt. And some of them will force your imagination for sure.
Some of them will put you to sleep, like the last one we had.
Yeah.
Had like a 3-page essay describing its process and flavor.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself printing this?
Dude, this is like winter night at a cabin alone or like
That's sad.
with like another person who enjoys whiskey. Like I don't know. It seems like
Winter cabin. Still.
yeah, like if I'm watching the snowfall, that's kind of what I see myself. Or you know, after a long day and like long night, and I just need like a nightcap. That's what it's called. That's what I see myself drinking this.
I see myself drinking this in like a study or something, like where me and my wife of like 40 years are, you know,
Andrew's an old soul.
like I don't know, just like sitting there, like she's knitting and I'm reading.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is like
Andrew's,
So is it like a-
Andrew's manifesting
I don't-
on a boring life.
it's literally like I feel like I would be drinking this like thinking about my like 30 years working in
Grandchildren.
the stock market or something. I don't know. This seems like a very like I don't even know. Like what's that word for when you're thinking back on things? Like,
Reminiscent.
yeah, it's a very like
Reminiscent.
intrinsically reminiscent beer where I'm just like thinking through my own thoughts. You know, I feel like I should be listening to classical music when I drink this. It's almost like a depressing kind of vibe. But it's like I drink
But
this
it
and
tastes good.
it tastes great, but it's like it makes me sad. You know?
Yeah.
So both of you guys said, like, you guys both mentioned, like, a melancholic
Vibe.
vibe.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know.
Yeah.
cabin in the woods by myself and there's a snowstorm, so you're just looking
Like
at
I
the
can't really do anything
fireplace.
else except have this drink. Like
Yeah.
not in a bad way. Like there's nothing to do. Like let me pour one up and just chill to pass the time.
Yeah,
I might drink this when, like, I'm not sure whether I want a whiskey or beer. So,
that's a good one. Yeah, if you're at like a pub or something,
yeah.
maybe if you're at like the Keg Steakhouse and Bar or whatever,
Hey,
that would
they're,
be
they're
good.
not paying us. They're not paying us. Can't pay us. They're
Mr.
gonna
Beast,
beat
yeah, the keg.
Yeah.
you gotta beat that.
Maybe
part.
if we're at the Keg Steakhouse and Bar,
If you want to have access to our 84 viewer base,
we can
We
order
have to
some.
work for it.
We
Send
can,
us shirts like this.
I would love to drink this on a mountain town, like, you know, with lake and fog, and like
Yes.
I have a German Shepherd dog, and
Yes.
I go chop wood in the morning, brew my own coffee, and in the afternoon pour myself coffee, watch the
Or-
local soccer team.
Or you know, like when you're on an avalanche and those dogs come and they have the Saint Bernards and they have the fucking
Yeah.
what is it in there? Is it
Recipe.
bourbon?
It's this beer.
Yeah, like, it'll be this beer in there to like warm you up from being out in the cold for so long. Like,
yeah,
I give it a 7.
You give it a 7. Okay.
Yeah, it's new and interesting, so I'm bordering between 7 and 8, but I'll say 7, man. I feel like the reason I say 7 is because I don't feel like I can drink a lot of them, because I feel like we've had other beers with high alcohol percentage, but the alcohol hasn't felt so prominent
yeah.
as it does in this one, and I think it's the whiskey flavor.
Yeah, might be, yeah. Tom, do you see yourself drinking?
I think like 3 max.
3 max?
Yeah, and then I need to sub out for something lighter, or just switch to straight whiskey. Like I don't fucking know. Yeah.
Wimp alert, I would rate it 7. I want to rate it 8, but we had very good beers that we rated 8. So,
Yeah.
And this is not a smooth. So I'll give it a 7.5. I'll give it a solid 7.5 because I do see myself drinking this. It's just on very niche occasions, like very specific occasions. So
Yeah.
7.5. I'll probably have 2, and I'll call it a night.
No, I want to rate it like a 10 because it's like so good and it's like so
Interesting and
interesting
new.
and deep and there's,
Creative.
Like, creative. Well, on the other end, it's just like, you know, I'm halfway through my first one here and I'm just already like kind of getting tired of it. Not tired of it, but it's like it's already a lot. You know, I'm already like, oh,
It's a handful.
you know. So I want to give it an 8 because we've had other beers, like Ian said, that like, say for example, like Peanut Butter Shake, it had that depth of flavor. It had that like exciting new flavor profile. It had that like, you know, I don't know, je ne sais quoi, you know. But like I could have 4 to 6 of those, right? And I love whiskey, but I don't think I could have more than like one of these.
I'm a whiskey fan, and to me, they should be separate.
Yeah.
This is cool, but as such a high whiskey fan, I feel like I don't want to taint it with beer.
I guess if you're a fan of two things, whiskey and beer, like the combination of it can be disappointing.
Yeah.
You like them for their specific, unique features,
Yeah.
not because they're so alike.
Yes.
And you put them into one thing, you like force marriage them,
Yeah.
and it might not pan out the way you imagine. I still fuck with it.
Yeah.
I would rather
Yeah.
drink this than an IPA, to be honest.
Like, I want to be clear and say like this is still great.
This is good.
It's just I don't see myself drinking it, you know, in certain areas. You know, like I just don't think there's a lot of situations I would drink it, and I don't think I can drink a lot of them. You know, that's not necessarily a bad thing. I just think it kind of limits the beer a bit.
Yeah, 2 of these equals 3 of
like a Balls Falls or
Yeah.
So drink with caution.
yeah,
Yeah, definitely. Don't let it sneak up on you.
it definitely can.
Yes, sir, for the last 35 years of his astonishing life.
Oh, you kind of snuck up on me there.
I am very, very sneaky, sir.
Thanks a lot, guys, for tuning in. Make sure you sub to the channel. If you like the channel,
Instagram.
sub the channel.
Like the video!
Like the video!
Alright, well, before the cat knocks the camera off, thanks for tuning in. Peace out.
This is Anime Girl. Alright, wait.